What's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks. Sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Monday, and what some people are already saying is a great sports month of the year. The greatest sports month of the year is March Madness. I'm looking down at some. I'm sorry. I'm going to look up at you in just a second. I'm just trying to share the show. The things that I ask y'all to do, I promise you, I do them too. So I'm sharing the show while it's live here. I had a funny good morning, everybody. Let me shout out to my starting five. Then I can tell you about these funny people in this world. Where was I at? Shout out to who was that? D. Holcomb, Melvin Dews, Daryl Anderson, Maite Cora, and Chris Charles are the starting five, and Dale Griggs is the sixth person of the day. Shout out to all of y'all. Thank you. I see you, Jeremy. I see you, Corey. I see you, Melvin. Melvin said the best sportsman of the year on deck. Okay. Darryl Barnes. Hey, man, don't be tweeting me, telling me. First of all, Darryl Barnes, when you tweet me and at me into something, tell me who the guy, where he play at. I don't know. When I mention the name when I mention Orlando Horton, everybody know who that is. So the next time, Melvin Dews, when you tag me into something, tell me who the hell the kid is and where he play at. Don't just put his name, because his name don't ring a bell with me at all. Y'all, all I did, y'all, see, this is what, this is what I know about this. All I did, I text, minding my business, I just text, wait. I have 2 words for you. Orlando Horton. Because he acted a plumb fool right there in front of me. I'm sitting right there courtside. He knew I was there. And he showed up and showed out. So all I said, I have 2 words for you. Orlando Horton. Darryl Barnes. And just instead of coming up with his original stuff, he got to at me. I have 2 as well. Davon Smith. Who he played for? I didn't have to tell you who Orlando Horton played for. You know that. He one of them dudes. So next time, if you're going to do that, because I don't know these guys. But he had a nice stat line, but I don't know who he is. So Darryl Barnes, the next time when you're at me, put all the information on there. Y'all understand, man? Put all the information on there. Like I supposed to. I don't know these guys. But shout out to everybody out there. Let me see. Yeah, and Darryl Barnes come to my boy. We have a lot to talk about today. Yeah, we're talking about you. Hey, Belinda Jonica. Hey, Brad. Hey, Karen. I see the Saints bought a used car. Yes. What's up, man? What's up, Derek Lane? My nephew is in the building. Tina Jackson, girl, I got something for you. You stay there, don't you go nowhere. U of H Memphis game was worth the price of admission. You didn't go, so what are you talking about? Let's see. Worth watching, you should have said, Jeremy. Let me see. Who was that? Greg Morris. Okay. He played for United? What is you talking about? Man, Darryl Barnes, I see, that's why I shouldn't have said that. Share the show, everybody. Because, yes, we do. And y'all don't know. I don't know. Me, personally, I don't know where to start today. But Tina asked me something that was so prevalent last week. I mentioned something, Tina. I said, I don't want to talk about Ja Morant. You said, but Robert, you said he was... I said, and I'm going to repeat this, Tina, so you can hear me. Okay, thank you. How's I don't know who Davon Smith was? Never heard of him in my life. Darryl Barnes. So next time, if you're at me, just send all the information so I can know who the kid is. What's up, Davion? From Booker T. Wise. Okay. All right. Back to the regular. But Tina, you asked me something. Tina, I said in the beginning, I was telling y'all, I asked the question, who were the young people, the young stars, you know, not the Kevin Durant's, not the LeBrons. I said, who would I just want to watch? And I said, Ja Morant and Zion Williams. And I still say that to watch. But if you noticed, I stopped talking about Ja Morant. If you go back, I stopped talking. I stopped playing his highlights because I knew a lot of this stuff before y'all knew it, before they talking about it now. Knew a lot of it. Still some things that can happen I can't tell you about, and I refuse. I'm not going to bash this kid. He need help. I don't know what's going on. That's not normal. But we're going to get to that. But Tina, I know you try to hold. Yes, I still like him as a basketball player. Still like him as a young man. But there's some choices that he made can put other people's in danger. That's why I haven't been talking about. Just letting you know, Tina, so you can understand. I haven't stopped saying I would pay to see him play basketball. But if you want to be more than an athlete, I'm going to treat you more than an athlete. I want to see what you do when you're not athleting. You follow me? So yes, I couldn't condone that. U of H beat Memphis Thriller this weekend. I didn't get a chance to make it down to the game. I was just tired. I mean, the TSU just took all the sales out of me. We let Prairie View beat us. That's Prairie View, one of their bands, one of their dance groups behind me. And I thought they were so unique. So that's why I got them behind me. We just went up there, man. And I hope the players are hearing this. If you know them, so somebody be telling them what I be saying. I want you to tell them this. Okay? All you good tellers. It becomes a time in a basketball game. Man, somebody ringing my doorbell, and I'm not going to be able to answer because I'm on the show. It becomes a time in a basketball game that, you know what I'm going to do? Because I want to tell them I'm ringing my damn doorbell, so I'm kind of pissed. I want to share that with you, but check this out right quick. Sorry, y'all. That was Solomon Brown's Why I Can't Believe These People Just, I don't say how they sneak through the gate. But let me see where I'm going. Here. I was somewhere. TSU took so much out of me in that game. It was just a taxing day for me. And I had a 7 o'clock flight if I wanted to make it to Memphis, because it was 11 o'clock game the next morning. That was the kind of last flight out. And I just didn't feel like going. I just didn't. It took a lot. They lost the game. Let me see. Let me go back and find it, because I mean, I got my stats back there, but it took a lot out of me. The game is just, see, me not knowing. I mean, well, not kind of knew a little bit, about their. Oh, it was up there already. Took it down, Grambling and all them up there, but it took a lot out of me, because I know you can't stumble into a tournament with 3 consecutive losses. It's just, and I'm watching, and I hope this fires some. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, ain't but one basketball. Okay, I don't know if y'all know that. Ain't but one. It's 10 players out there, one basketball game, right? One basketball. And the basketball going to either be yours or mine. I'm going to make the play or you going to make the play. I ain't worried about no coaches. It's players. And I love these guys, and I'm not bashing these guys, but somewhere, one thing I love about everybody got a will. And you just got to have a will to win the basketball game. And we lost 78-74. They beat us here at home, then beat us there. So how do we think we're going to, I mean, we had 5 guys in double figures. You know, they had one guy when they do Will Doug. I mean, what's his name? What's his name? Will? What's his name? Will Douglas from Memphis was just tearing our head off. When I grew up, man, I promise you, if this dude was scoring all the points, I don't ever want to hear about the play, coach. I'm guarding him. He got to score on me. I ain't letting him score. 27 points. 9 of 19. 6 or 7 from 10 rebounds. 11 rebounds. 5 assists. He had 5 turnovers. But it took so much out of me. And I'm going to tell y'all something. And we're going to get back to talking about Memphis in a minute. We're going to talk about this stuff. Let me find my cursor. I see. I know Mr. Garcia couldn't wait to be on here early. Memphis, you had turned out to be a good rivalry. It ain't no damn rivalry. Shit, Memphis, Houston been beating them. I mean, we probably ain't going to play them no more. So it ain't a rivalry. I don't want to hear that mess. Y'all thought U of H was going to go in there and run Memphis out of the gym. I told y'all that wasn't the case. Keep trying to tell y'all. Got a hell of a coach down there. Y'all just don't acknowledge this because, y'all know my relationship with him. But bad dude. Bad dude. TSU is not better than TSU. PV is not better than TSU this year. Hell no, Jason Peters. I'm not. I'm at both games. Right there courtside. Not a better team. Hard work beat talent when talent don't play hard. Not a better team. Just say they beat them this year twice. Don't say they're a better team. Hell out of here with that one. I don't know what you're watching. But Trey Phillips, okay, they still talking about I'm taking my time because I'm not about to get on here and bash Ja Morant and all of that kind of stuff. I'm trying to see what the hell wrong. But why I was at Prairie View, and I didn't say it the last time. First of all, our signal wasn't working for us to get back to the station. I don't know who that is. I don't know. It didn't work last year, but we didn't. We MacGyvered it and made it work last year, but we came down again. Some reason their box, our thing don't work at Prairie View. If I'm calling games next year, it ain't gonna happen no more. Cause I'm gonna call days ahead of time. That ain't my responsibility, but I'm going to make it my responsibility. Did y'all hear what I said? It's not my responsibility, but I'm going to make it my responsibility to make sure I test this thing. Why the engineers there? Because for some reason, the IT people don't work on Saturday on a big game. That's why I go down there. But I got a question. You got one game on that Saturday. 2 games, girl. Explain to me. And it's in this school, TSU, because it didn't happen to them before. Explain to me. Y'all got to realize, when we call in the game, it's very important that we have the stats every time out. They give them to the player, they give them to the coaches, they give them. And I'm just, y'all, listen, I'm talking about this. Y'all got to hear me on this one. We got to get our stuff right, man. How in the hell you don't have extra printer? The printer out of ink. The printer ain't got no paper. You got a basketball game to do. Since somebody had two extra, all coin. Who had a printer? They was printing out stuff. I wish I could get to my printer. Hold on, my printer's not far. Hold on. Alcorn was printing out stuff like this. Y'all getting sick and tired. Then y'all get mad when Dion and Ed Reed say something. Then when the printer do work, they gave everybody a damn sheet, but the TSU table. D. White, yes. And I asked him, well, we ain't got enough pay. Y'all just don't know. Whoever that little student was, I should have got her damn name. She could never work for me or no company, anything affiliated with me, ever. It's not how you do business. Y'all, we got to stop this mess, man. If you got a business out here, you running some, man, y'all got to stop this mess, man. Because guess what? It's my job to talk about what's happening again. I don't even know they didn't hit a scoreboard in the women's game. They got a new scoreboard, they don't know how to use it. Let me tell y'all something, man. The problem is, a lot of people scared to say it. I ain't scared. What the hell they can do to me? Everybody else got some paper. They walked by. I said, don't you see the TSU table right here? Big sign. What's up, Stacy? Y'all, we got to stop, man. Wasn't no better at Southern. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Southern didn't never give us nothing. How much does a printer cost? To have an extra one? Alcorn. This so happened, I was sitting next to the young lady who was inputting everything. And I said, babe, do me a favor. Can I take a picture of your screen? And she was kind enough to take my phone, take a picture of her screen. I sent it to the TSU coaches. Because they didn't even have. This is how their printouts was looking. Nothing of them. Yes. We got to stop, man. We got to stop this mess. And just run your business right or get your ass out the way. You send the email to them. I'm not sending them nothing. You send the email and tell them to watch this show, Kevin Freidman. That's slouchy. Mama used to say that. Get your shirt tail in, boy. Slouchy. Put your shirt tail in. SWAC teams. Put your shirt tail in. God put the right man in the right position to go around here and watch it. I done been around this thing for two cycles now. I know what the hell I'm talking about. It shames me to be up here and have to say this. Stacy, I'm talking about my visits to these HBCUs in a capacity of the media for the visiting team. Do y'all know when visiting teams come to TSU, y'all listen to this. Their radio people support people. Do you know TSU feed them? They got a room back there they can go and get something to eat. Ain't not nary a one. One. Alabama A&M thought enough to bring me and Chatterbox over there calling 2 games. Thought enough to bring me and Chatterbox. Texas, Alabama. The rest of them, nothing. Southern, the lady did say, if you want some, come over here. I went over there and she had us some damn popcorn and a pizza. I don't eat that. I eat the popcorn, a piece of pizza. Texas Southern feeds them. We come, they move out. I mean, let me tell you something, man. And shout out to HBCU Go. I know when they come in, you got to move some things around. Prairie View didn't bring us a freaking stat sheet till I said something to the girl about it. Prairie View is one of the worst places I ever been in as a visitor. The worst. Yes, I said it. Hey, mama. She been playing on a big, hey, mama, how you doing? Up there in Washington State. How you doing? Alabama State, probably the same. They wasn't that much better. Because if it had excellence, I'd be talking about it right now. I can't tell you. Florida A&M, when we visit them, I was more impressed by them. I was more impressed. Y'all got to know this, because guess what? Somebody ain't saying this to y'all. Maybe y'all know some of these people. Prairie View is the worst. Let me be the worst. Unfreaking believable. But I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get off. Y'all got to understand, man. When I go there, I'm not going to kick. I'm going there to do a job, to do it well. It helps when I got the stats. Now I got to call the game, do my own stats and all this kind of stuff. Like we in prehistoric times. And I don't know. That's not my job. I wish they'll do their job like I do mine. That's what I'm trying to explain. I'm not trying to expose them, ladies and gentlemen. I want them to do their jobs like I do mine. I ain't got time, man. Did y'all hear me? No other school in the SWAC has ever fed us. But we feed every team that walk in the SWAC. They feed their other people. They have food. Unfreaking, at least offer me. If I don't want it, I'll give it back. The SWAC tournament is ran impeccably. So I don't want you to go there, Kevin Freeman. It's 2 different freaking entities. The SWAC tournament, Southern didn't give us nothing either. Southern, hey, let me tell you something. Bob, you got on late. I talked about all of them. I can't tell you one that I went to and it was great. I can't, Bob. I wish I could tell you. Now, the SWAC tournament run immaculate. Whoever that lady is, I'm going to get her name. She's right up under Charles McClellan. Oh, she don't play. She's on it. You need this, you need this, you need it. Because she understands the job. We got to start understanding people that just do your job. Instead of just running there and walking around and like you're cute or something. If you expect the players to play, your ass got to play and perform. Let me repeat that. Yes, Doug Jones, thanks for coming on. If you expect the players to perform, you perform. There's no reason to not have extra printers. No reason. See, ain't nobody had no talk show and be able to come around. Stacy, let me tell you something, man. I used to wonder why God allowed, why he even told me. Man, my daughter said, I can't believe you ride on a bus. I kind of understand it now. Why did Dion come to Jackson State? To expose stuff. What? Yes, he didn't do it right. But we would have never known. Would have never known. Don't make sure I'm taken care of. Make sure everybody's taken care of. But Tina, I'm glad you're there. Jackson State put you right behind their biggest donors, their VIP seats. Chatterbox like to talk crazy to them people. I know them people are hearing him. I don't talk crazy to them people. We just got to just be. If you expect the players and the coaches to do their job, support staffs around the country, do your damn jobs. Okay. Now, shout out to the young guys who made it to the state tournament. I'm not gonna talk much about that because that's Jimmy's lane, and I let him do that. So I just but I got to mention what's that? Is that the Beaumont ISD? Do y'all know they ain't in school on Friday so people can have time to go and get to San Antonio? They don't usually let people out on Friday. They call this the Wesley Yates effect. They don't do it. They take it off on school because if they get off school at 2:00, how the hell they gonna make it to San Antonio? So guess what? They off. They don't usually give a vacation right before the vacation. Goes what? Spring break next week. Wesley Yates punched his ticket to go to state, beat my young fella. Boy, let me tell you something about point guard. I got a point guard supreme. Y'all know how I am about point guards. I've been talking about it. Orlando Horton. I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen to me. Y'all listen to me. I knew he was good. But I want y'all to hear this. But I got, hold on. I got the turn. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here again, man. I don't like these fans swirling over my head because it makes me sneeze. But I got these bright lights. Y'all, it's studio lights. That's why I'm clear like this. But this kid, Orlando Horton. I'm sitting there, played against Seven Lakes. Seven Lakes, I think, was the favorite. Seven Lakes had potentially one Division I player already, the big fella. Bates is going to be a Division I player. Nas Price going to be he played against 3 of them. And he won. Let me tell you something. Then he took Wesley Yates to the brink. Wesley Yates had to be Wesley Yates in order for them to beat Clear Falls. Let me tell y'all something, man. Proud of that young man. People were saying things about him. This is about him in the early of the season. But when I saw him, I said, what? See, y'all, I didn't get a chance to watch the little bitty basketball. I didn't get a chance to watch no summer basketball. So I ain't seen Clear Creek play. I saw him play last year, and then against the Millie boys, and then saw him play. But I've been hearing about him. But on a big stage like that in the Campbell Center, he came out. His first shot was about from Curry. I said he curried them. Yeah, curried them. Stephon Curry, Wardell Stephon Curry. He shot one so deep and it didn't even move the net. Come down and hit another one. Then they had to come up on him. Then he go around everybody. I didn't know he had all of this. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, that's the game I went to. I don't know them other games. I didn't go to no. I went to see Wesley Yates. I went to see Bates, Price, Horton. That's why I went. Rest of the time, next day I had to go up there and watch TSU. But this stuff is phenomenal what Beaumont United is doing, man. That's 3 years in a row, man. They're going to state. 3 years in a row. And shout out to the school district for allowing them kids to get out and see, y'all got to realize some of the kids on the teams, their mom and dads are administrators too in the school district. So shout out to them. But I'm glad I did some housekeeping in the beginning, y'all. If y'all just late share the show, I had to because I'm man. I just want us to start doing things with excellence. We had a lot of news over the weekend. All over the weekend. It was a lot. The Knicks playing well. Can y'all believe that? The Knicks done won 9 games in a row. Kevin Durant hitting the buzz, hitting the shot to beat his dude. And him and Kyrie did not interact with each other. Oh, Anthony Davis finally. What people with street clothes fans? We can talk about. I mean, he did some. We could talk about a lot of stuff. The NFL Combine this weekend. Some amazing thing happened at the NBA Combine. Who is he? He said, Fob, Khalid Ellison, Jamal Kemp put up 32 points. I think he signed with Oklahoma State. And that's who beat them. Okay, thank you for giving Fob. Booker, he like Booker. You don't like old Booker. Booker, all right. You know what? I ain't really like Booker can play, right? I ain't really like Booker. Since y'all know that video, he talking about, man, don't double team me, man. I get that all season. Don't double team me in the summertime. I just something about that. I ain't got over for Booker for y'all. I'm sorry, Booker. I'm sorry. I'm human. But y'all, the headlines were stolen by Ja Morant, who will be away from the Grizzlies for the next 2 games. I got to talk about that. But I want to give us 2 words. Self-awareness. When I get to talk about Ja Morant, self-awareness. Y'all self-awareness. Y'all keep them words. Since it's the end of the conference, end of conference play around the country, and it's got to be a grind, man. Somebody tweeted this. They sent this. Somebody sent this to me, and it made so much sense. They said, you're tired of playing with your teammates. You're tired of playing against the same teams. You're tired of your coach. Coach tired of you. Players getting on the coach nerves. Parents getting on your nerves. Body hurting. All of this going on. That's why I was sensitive about the way I talked about TSU earlier. It's tournament time, man. I was just thinking about Penny yesterday. Young kids gave all they could in that U of H game. And somebody hit a buzzer beater again. Jamon, just tell you that didn't happen to them before. This knocked them out of a position. Let me see. Did I? A couple of years ago, Ja Morant was a freshman this year, and this was a couple of years ago, man. It's unbelievable. It just, hey, ain't nothing you can do. That's basketball, man. You know, some things U of H did before the game, I just didn't like. I didn't even know these players, but were disrespectful. But I'm gonna let y'all see it.
Memphis already positioned for the anthem and tried to. Memphis already positioned for the anthem and tried to wedge their way through, and you can see Raft. There's some intensity before we even tip it. It reminds me of you. Look at the. Memphis already positioned for the anthem and tried to wedge their way through.
Did y'all see that? Kendrick Davis said, "Get your." If you that disrespectful to walk through it, then when you get pushed, you keep on going. I don't know what's going to happen in the conference tournament. I don't care about I just want Memphis to win. I don't care if somebody beat U of H or not. But this was some Bush League stuff right here. And Kendrick Davis let him have it. But if you big enough to walk through there, when Kendrick pushed you, you didn't even look back. Yeah, I'm going to play it again. Because I know one of y'all going to go tell them. I played it. Yeah, I'm telling them because they don't run shit over here either. U of H don't run shit over here. Okay? Just letting you know. Nothing. But here you go.
Memphis already positioned for the anthem and tried to wedge their way through, and you can see Raft. There's some intensity before we even tip it. It reminds me of you. Look at
the other young men politely walked around. They were lining up for the anthem. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on, man. Oh my goodness. Somebody's trying to see. I'm trying to go. All right. Trying to see. I'll wait on Jimmy to come now. Let me go. Y'all got to realize when I talk about this, y'all don't, it don't be y'all just hearing it. Okay? It's people all over. So a lot of people all over the world watch this. This latest story about Ja Morant. Flashing a gun on IG Live. I think I got that video. I'll play it for you. Yeah, BTW to the state. On Wednesday, y'all, the Washington Post reported 2 incidents this past summer involving Ja Morant that resulted in police reports but no arrest. You remember? We talked about it. The first alleged incident involved a confrontation. It was another incident. The first, alleged confrontation with a mall security guard. Okay? Mall security guard. His mama got into it with somebody at the finish line. Instead of calling her husband, she called her son. He come up there with 9 dudes. The second incident, I'm just giving y'all some stuff and I just want y'all to hear it. Okay? Herb, stop it, man. The second incident, according to police now, obtained by the Washington Post that a 17-year-old boy who alleged, we talked about this on the show, previously, alleged that Ja Morant emerged from his house with a gun in his waistband and his hand on the weapon. No arrest. There was a fight between Ja and the 17-year-old boy in a pickup game in Ja's backyard in July. I still want to know what was going on. That boy must have been hoop because they said it boy hoop. They ain't telling me who it is. I really haven't tried to find out. I got to find out. The boy must have been hoop. Uh, so on January 29th, there was a post-game confrontation. I'm just giving y'all the reports. Between the acquaintances of Ja and the Pacers traveling party, Indiana Pacers. The incident occurred by the Indiana team bus loading area at the FedEx Forum. It happened right, where the bus is loaded at the FedEx, and it was reported by the Athletic. NBA security and investigators interviewed numbers of eyewitnesses and reviewed surveillance. Following the allegations made by the Pacers organization, they said a laser was pointed at them from a sports utility vehicle in which Ja Morant was a passenger. If you follow sports regularly, you are familiar with some of all of that. If you follow this show, you are. Okay? Well, Friday, after all of that, Friday, late Friday, Saturday morning, after a loss, Ja was on IG with a gun, and that looked like the final straw. Let me show it to you. It's kind of dark. I want to just show it to you. It's real dark. You couldn't see it. I should have got the picture and let you see. Had the gun up to it. I had a gun showing people it's gun. Okay? Out of all of that, um, in a statement, though, in a statement, I don't mind y'all going to a strip club at 5 a.m. after a loss. I don't care. I don't mind it. Young, rich, you do what the hell you want to. But in a statement, and y'all listen to the statement. Y'all listen to the statement. Ja said he takes full responsibility for my actions. I'm gonna read it to you. He said, I take full responsibility for my actions. I'm sorry to my family, my teammates, my coaches, my fans, my partners, the city of Memphis, and the entire Grizzly organization for letting you down. I'm going to take some time away to get help and working on learning better methods of dealing with stress and my overall being. Ja Morant has all the talent in the world, but he needs to be held accountable to his actions, for his actions. Now let's see where I can go from here. What y'all think? The kid crying for help? I'm not. Y'all can do what y'all want to. Robert Hatter. Because I know, and for 30 years in this business, I've been up close and personal watching how fame, power, money. Can you imagine being 23 years old and when you go to the ATM machine, you just can get out as much money as you want to. You don't have to look at the balance. It's a good question, Kevin Friedman. It's a good question. Kevin Friedman, that's one of the first times you ever said something. But he said, who is his agent? Robert Hatter, as long as you have been around NBA, have you ever seen a player with this many issues? No. I've never, ever, ever, ever seen this. And see, ladies and gentlemen, and the reason I can tell, I'm going to look y'all straight in this camera. I know more than I am going to ever tell any of y'all on this show. It's worse. It's worse. Let me see. Let me go back and look at your questions. Josephine said, 2 games. They just said the next 2 games. Sign. It's going to be more than that. Okay? Don't get caught up in the 2 games. There's some stuff going on, man. Did you see the way he was holding the pistol? How he was, boy, you crazy. Like that was kind of weak. He was just wanting to let people, dude, they just say you had a gun. Y'all, they just say you had a gun, right? And the little boy in the waist. This what got me. Let me see what mental, she said everything is mental issues nowadays. But this sounds like anger, man. That's mental. Anger is mental, Tina. That's part of your mental. Yes. Leon Staley, what did Shannon Sharp say about Ja Morant? Don't just tell us it was spot on, because everybody been tweeting that. What did he say? What did they say? Y'all, I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all some stuff that people probably ain't nobody even picked up. I'm going to show y'all something in a minute. I'm just looking at, he said, I've always said he had bigger issues when I used to watch his interviews. Exactly. What's up, Kevin Allen? He was seriously drinking pot. I told y'all about the airplane. I showed the video of the airplane, him and his dad and his friends on the airplane talking. I couldn't believe that. My son ain't gonna talk like that around me, man, with his friend. No, y'all go somewhere else, player. I don't mind you cussing. You ain't gonna do it around me. Not my son. Get your ass off the plane. Get me another plane by myself. Why haven't T... Barry. Unlike you, T. Morant has a cash cow. Ja Morant. He has a goose that's laying golden eggs. What is he going to tell Ja Morant? He's the breadwinner. The reason T is in that mansion, all the T cars was bought by Ja Morant. You tell me what you can say to me. You know I tell y'all about the golden rule, he who has the gold rule. It's true. We're going to talk about Texas Tech. We're talking about our own people right now. Texas Tech, that's white people problems right now. Rich white people problems. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about y'all sending y'all kids up there to Texas Tech. Man said Nike went from Kyrie watching Netflix to a dude who wanted to be birdie from the absolutely. Yeah, I'm just listening to y'all comments before I get to, because I got some more stuff I'm going to talk to y'all about. But I love your comments. Belinda Jonica said, I really hope this young man can be safe. Absolutely. Belinda, I hope you hearing that in my voice, because I've been worried. That's why I love that Tina was smart enough to say, but Robert, you like Ja Morant. I love him. Tina, love him as a basketball player, but I can't condone his mess. Shannon Sharp, what said, traveling down that road he didn't need to be glad. No, yeah. He said, okay. Let me show y'all some stuff. Y'all remember when the Washington Post article came out exposing about the little boy and the mall? Okay. This what his agents released. And you got to realize the agent works for him, so ain't nothing the agent can do but advise him. All an agent is a contract advisor. We're advisors. Advice. You don't have to take my advice. Herb Baker, I can tell Herb. Ask Herb. Herb, no shit. He probably didn't take some agent's advice. You don't have to take the agent's advice. We just provide you advice. I ain't blaming the agents, but I don't like the way they did this. Let's see. Did I put it up there? I want y'all to look at this. I'm gonna make it big for y'all to see it. Okay. After that article came, I'm gonna cover my face up because I want y'all to see it. Matter of fact, I bring another one. I bring my face in another window, and let me size that window. Y'all, you know I gotta do all that kind of stuff. Let me size that window on y'all. You know I got this guy. I'm gonna put it in a circle this time and just hold up. Then let me change cameras because that's the ugly camera. See, look, I look better on this camera, right? So let me move my face around. Move, get out the way, Rob. Get out the way. I want y'all to read it. Let me read this to y'all. Okay. Said the Washington Post. Statement from Ja's lawyer, Keenan Carter. He said today, the Washington Post journalist chose to post a blatant lie to social media, claiming Mr. Morant pointed a gun at a 17-year-old boy. There was not a bias for his defamatory statement. To be clear, this did not happen, and no one. The kid said he had the hand on the pistol. He didn't say he pointed it at him, but I'm just showing you this what his lawyer said. But the lawyer choosing his words carefully more than in response. He called the guy irresponsible journalist. It was a lady. Her conduct was both unprofessional and reckless. Mr. Morant will defend his name, reputation, and seek legal recourse immediately. Now, this was when the other day. Now, when now this ain't when this happened. This was last Wednesday, when they put out the Washington Post. Then his agent came and said the reporting by the Washington Post was irresponsible and defamatory. Below is the full statement, in which we state that dozens of people present on the July 26th incident will confirm Ja acted in self-defense and that what he didn't have a firearm. The Post chose to leave that out of the article. This is agent talk. Any and every allegation involving a firearm has been fully investigated and could not be collaborated. Just because it not be collaborated don't mean it ain't true, Mr. Tanner. This includes NBA investigating last month in which they found no evidence. Okay. He'll say, your word against mine. The July 26th incident was purely self-defense. Again, this was fully investigated by law enforcement. They came to the decision that it was not to charge Ja of any crime. Any of the dozens of witnesses will confirm, okay, that's what his agent, that's the stance of his agent. Now, agent ain't released a statement since then. I haven't seen one. Agent hadn't. Let me get my picture out of the way. I know I like two of me, but not that much. I'm just. Let me go. Let me go because y'all. I want y'all because let's hear what Jalen Green. I'm sorry. Jalen Rose got to say. It's gonna be a female. I want y'all to just hear this, okay? But Herb, I love you, man. Watch this, Herb.
You guys have got a chance to see me grow up for public consumption since 1991. and I've been involved in drug raids. I've survived assassination attempts. I've been that undisciplined young person that was trying to figure out how to be famous, how to be successful, and how to change the dynamics of my family. The one thing that young people have to understand, and in Ja Morant's case, when you first get drafted, you go from being a member of the family, a member of the crew, to being the leader, to being the breadwinner. And first and foremost, I hear a lot of people talking about like his family and his crew. When you the leader, it's on you, because you end up searching that lifestyle. You end up wanting to be down. And what I had to learn is that people come into your life for 4 reasons: to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. You have to choose wisely. He has way too much to lose. Trust me, I've been that young player carrying a gun. And Wilbon alluded to this. When you start waving it, that could get you killed. That's an entirely different thing than we're talking about. A superstar athlete should be putting themselves in position. And as Stephen A. mentioned, that's him on the video, on his IG Live. Ain't nobody coaxing him. Ain't nobody ain't nobody egging him on to do that. That's a personal choice. And a lot of times, guys, as I mentioned, fame can be a drug. And I don't know what type of pain that he deals with and type of anxiety that he has, or what types of substances that he may be using. And I'm glad in this statement that he owned that I need to make changes for me, because as the leader, as the breadwinner, you control the environment. The people that are around you, you select. And a lot of times, unfortunately, and Wilbon alluded to this also, when we start to get fame, when we start to get money, then we try to feel like we keeping it real. Like we trying to be down now. We trying to be tough now. We trying to be hard now. But you made it. And once you make it, your job is to uplift, to enlighten. And I'm glad this actually happened at this point of his life. He's a 23-year-old young man. Nobody got arrested. Nobody got injured. And I'm hearing too many stories about pistols, okay? Allegedly with the 17-year-old kid, allegedly with the Indiana Pacers staff. Last night on IG Live, I saw the video like you guys did, brandishing the gun. The next step to that is now recovery. And I believe that he's on that path. I'm happy that he's on that path. He's going to return, and he's going to be a better person. And because of all of this taking place, he's now going to be able to live his full potential. I am Ja Morant.
See, I got so much information. I'm worried about this young man. I'm worried about it. Shout out to several people in Memphis. Tina, you know I want this kid to succeed. Tina, you know I said it on this show that I pay to see him play. And then when he came here and play right in my city, I had tickets and refused to get up and go downtown to see him. I knew about all this stuff, man, before. This other stuff just happened, but it's some stuff that didn't happen in Memphis. I couldn't dare tell y'all. So, what I mean, see, the NBA knows what he's doing. Y'all hear me? They know. Did I tell y'all the story? Up in Chicago, when the 96 Olympics, right before the 96 Olympics, Penny was in the Olympics. I was up there with him the whole time they trained in Chicago. So You know, I hang out with my people I know in Chicago, right? So they with me, bringing them back to my hotel. Follow me? So they can meet my dude. NBA security came. Come here, Rob. Excuse me, gentlemen. Come here. Do you know who these guys are? I said, that's so-and-so. He said, do you know what they do? So I said, Rob, they can't come in this hotel. So politely, you don't have to make a fuss. Just let them know you got to go do something else. Shit, we went to Houston's. Got something to eat. But they know, man. They're not going to spend all that money on you. Jeremy, these are the young ladies from, I should have got them and met them, but they were so beautiful. They were so great. Young ladies behind me, I can move out the way. Let me tell you something. They were different. They could do some, they did the split. They were split. Unbelievable women who, I don't know the name of them. They call them something. If anybody knows, let me know. Shout out to those beautiful black women behind me. Yes, I love them. I love them. I love them. That's why I videoed it. So back to this. I know y'all miss me. This man was talking about the man's hair. I'm trying to go back. Mark Edwards said the NBA knows what he's been doing. Yes, they know exactly. They know about the gun. They know what he did to the little boy. They know everything. You know what happened. But y'all got to realize now, Ja Morant is, he just got a signature with Nike. He just got with Powerade. Powerade ain't did a athlete in 10 years, it was 5 years. He's going to be one of the faces of what? USA basketball. Do you think the NBA fine or suspend him misrepresented? No, they ain't gonna do him right now. They gonna give him a chance. They know he's young, man. Ja really ain't a bad dude. Stop it, Herb. Ja is that dude right now. Just like I said, when I think about Ja, Adam Silver them think the same thing about him. Phil Knight just don't give you no signature shoe, man. And they've been knowing this all the time. But his talent is so great. Y'all, Michael Jordan had problems. Michael Jordan had problems. He was the face of the league. Don't get it twisted. This ain't new. No, Paul. That's why the suspension. Ja, we got to stop right now. All this can be gone tomorrow, young man. See, the problem is a lot of these times, man, these guys, man, think about it. You got the power. See, a lot of us ain't had this power. Power's intoxicating. What's that song? JB said, Lights, Hollywood, him and Beyonce, you gotta get, then he said, fame ain't for everybody. Michael Jordan had more problems in Atlanta. I was just trying to explain it to you, but yeah, you had more problems than that. I just hope the young fella uh, gets his life together. I love seeing him play. I don't like what's going on. I told y'all some things about Michael Vick that I didn't like about Michael Vick. That's why everybody wondered why guys didn't take the fall for him. Michael Vick wasn't right, man. He was doing some foul. If it was just all guys on the show, boy, I tell them, he was doing some foul stuff, man. I just don't even want women to even think about this. That there's guys out here to even think like that. Stop it, Mark. Be quiet. But that is Moody. See, that is Moody. You had to be that. Joe Madison said, "Man, I've been around, Jack. Yo, I've been blessed. I didn't know I was gonna be put in these positions to be able to talk about this stuff, man. But I'm just so proud of y'all, cause if y'all notice, I'm listening at y'all comments. I want to hear what y'all think about that. Jamie, what if that was your son? What if that was your son? Thank you, Seneca. I love that one. Stay off live, but more than stay off live, quit doing this foul. Quit doing all this foul stuff you're doing. Because he doing some foul stuff, y'all. I'm letting y'all know. He doing some foul stuff. Ja Morant. Just in case y'all been saying, well, Rob, I still love him. I still think he can be safe. But guess what? Doing some foul stuff, man. Somebody could have got hurt already. I'm talking too much right now, but I'm gonna keep going. Y'all, we got our young kids coming up under this. Think about it. I'm gonna use my little. I'm gonna go with my little soliloquy. Like right now, we got everybody posturing. Bunch of grown ass men posturing for kids to be on their summer basketball team. To be able to get a college scholarship. Maybe one of them's good enough to be a Ja Morant. But you do all of this work. All of this work. And you want to just give it away? For what? You got to be around people that introduce you to other stuff in life. It's some great in the tax bracket that he's in. It's other part of life that you can enjoy. That's why you got to be around people that expand your horizons. Expanding your horizons. Go off and do something you ain't never thought about doing. You're just at the All-Star game. Whatever, partying and having fun, because y'all sure didn't play no damn basketball out there. Why you got, after a loss, she just sent me a picture of my grandson. Y'all know when I get to smiling like that and I look at my phone, it's about something to do with my grandson. Are y'all hearing me? He got to be, see, and most agents don't have PR people on staff. It's just an unnecessary expense for them. Some of them will tell you, well, we got a PR, but they just got a lady there that ain't doing nothing. They say they got it. What you should do is find your person in that city. Hire your PR person. NBA players, you got enough money. So they can spend these things for you. First of all, I need you to get on your knees and stop doing this ignorant ass stuff. But if you do, because you're young, you might do something crazy. You need you Olivia Pope or Mr. Pope, no gender. How did a good book tell us to train up a child? Yes, but sometimes you can train up your child the right way. And it still happens, Jeremy. Now they don't have to stay in the house. Go to a nice restaurant and rent it out. Y'all, I've been in a restaurant in Houston. Well, one of my friends came to town. He walked in the restaurant and told the man, I'm paying for everybody's meal in here. Get them out of here. I'm paying for all of their meal. Close this stuff down just for me and my guy and our friends. You follow me? He got that kind of weight. He can bring the environment to him. You can shape and do everything you can for these kids, man. But this kid go to the ATM. Your kid go to the ATM. He check his balance. This kid don't have to. Y'all might think that's small, but boy, just think about what I just said. Christopher Ellis said, he said, my man put a lot of work to get to this place and he must get help to maintain this. Yes, he need help. See, that's what y'all don't understand. This stuff is not normal. Shout out to the young men on the beautiful campus of Legacy School of Sports. Congratulations on the national team winning the championship in California this weekend. Shout out to them kids. Thank you, Al, for your cause. Don't nobody else give me the information. Thank you for putting it on there. But people say we don't talk about the kid. Send the information. Chop Shop Htx, gmail.com. Congratulations to Booker T. Washington. Yeah, all of that stuff. Hatter, shout out to Ansu Cisse. You got him in the huddle. Oh, yeah. He in there. That's yeah. I got you. Forever Films. Okay, I'm gonna ask. All parents can't even agree what is right is important. She said all parents can't agree. That's Sonia Howard. You know what? This lady here, I'll forever be indebted to. She worked at the school where my son was in, not middle school. What you call the school? Fourth, fifth grade, sixth grade. And she saw something in my son a long time ago, and she said he was gonna be special. And she made sure that when he was at that school, I knew he was gonna be all right. And but she watched me raise him, and I was always there. You know, parents, I know everybody, but if you do have time, see, I didn't have time. What I did was, I used to tell my secretary, don't schedule nothing at this time and this time. Because I'm going to see my son. I'm going to go take him to lunch when he was younger. Now, when he got in high school, he told me, man, he's the dad. You don't have to come. Now, in middle school, I went to lunch. I went to see him at lunch. But I always blocked out time. Because what I did, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Miranda, because, he lives some part-time with his mom, some part-time with me. If he wasn't with me the night before, I really wanted to see him because guess what? He's at that school for 8 hours, right? when me and him go work out a little bit, I'm not gonna see him but for 2 hours, 2.5 hours or whatever, maybe 2 hours. So that means the school is being around my son more than I am. You follow me? So I had to make sure I broke up some of that mess that he was learning in school because I wanted to impart what I got in him. Because if someone's so busy, you don't get home late at night, you ain't gonna see your kids that much. But your teachers and his coaches them that had him all day. And his classmates. Then you wonder who influenced him? Where he spend the most time at. He said what's happening in Ja is the reason that guys like Kobe, Michael, CP3 kept their circles tight. They always. Mark Edwards, yes and no. Not all the time. No. You just looking at the success story. Mark Edwards, I was there with each one of them careers. A lot of them guys, they didn't have social media out. Okay? Don't you think LeBron guys ain't made mistakes too? Mark Edwards. But LeBron had a media company. You know how to spend it. Let me keep going down. Do NBA teams still do the mentoring thing? Where the young players are assigned to vets, everybody do that. But these young guys come in now, they think they know it all. I make more money than that. Shit. No. Yeah. Everybody got a mentor. You got to want to be mentored. Archie. He had basketball talent, but missing in other areas that parenting could have prevented. But I'm not saying he didn't have good parenting. I just don't like what TB doing and hanging with him. I don't like that. But before the fame, the kid, he didn't have any problems at Murray State. Model kid. He didn't have these problems until he got that bread. His dad is actually one that need been, yeah, hard to teach an old dog new tricks. That's what I was trying to tell Tina early. She said, what can I tell Dad? Tell him. Paul, what happened to the Zoe Soda? Okay, they talking about that. Shout out to Clear Falls, Coach Brian Shelton. Yes, shout out to him. Almost defeated. Yeah, no, go with no almost. Memphis almost beat U of H yesterday. I wouldn't have never said no. Panther Network. No, they got that. They got beat. Got beat. Almost beat. Hatter. He said we see it all the time. Some of the PGWs have talented kids that have, yes, they have NBA potential. Yes. Let's see. Ansu Cisse started his high school. You know what? And my prediction is that young man, Ansu Cisse, just me being around him, U of H coach, he gonna be a great head coach one day. Y'all mark my word. There's something in him. There's humbleness about him. Just wanting to learn. I bet on him. I bet on Ansu Cisse. He said, my shout out to Booker T. Washington. He said they so cold, they play like the Harlem Globetrotters. They defeat teams so effortless. Booker T. Washington defeat teams so effortless. It's the first time I ever heard that one. Parents can be good intentions, but use bad information and be unwise. Yeah. Herb said, it seems as if, let me put these things, it seems as if they have tremendous relationships as friends, but parenting dynamic is missing. Paul said, Bango, you shaped him enough to know to handle and conduct himself when he wasn't around you. Yes, but shit, I don't know what he doing up in New York. Man up in New York. I don't tell him what he I ain't finna sit up here and tell y'all he up there just being a choir boy. I can't tell you. Sonia Howard said this. She said, who is going to tell a man with all that money he's wrong? Who is the guy with all the money he's going to listen to? That's it right there. I'm going to let that sit right there. The educator has spoken. Let me see. Not having vets surround a team. Man, it was some vets. Don't get caught up in that. You know, they got great men around that team, man. Go look at the roster. Go look at the support staff. Go look at the people who spend a lot of time with them. They got some young dudes that think they hard, like Jaron Jackson and that other damn fool, the dude from Canada. Think he fight everybody. Steven Adams, really a pretty level-headed guy. Tayshaun Prince is on that one of the executives. He's a mentor figure. Y'all, this deeper, man. It's a whole lot of people. I'm gonna tell you who I blame. I blame Ja. I blame Ja. Ja know the difference in right and wrong. What can they say to me? I got my own shoe. I got Powerade. Ain't nobody got Powerade. Only reason Powerade came on board because they know he's gonna be USA basketball. See, that's how endorsers want to get attached to your product, to you, because they know their exposure they gonna be. Like when he get up there, they gonna put some Gatorade up there. He gonna move that out of there and put his Powerade up on the thing. Let me keep going. Landon said, I'm trying to tell you, 19-year-old making $20 million, but life morals is missing. A year about life and morals he missing. Dude, money changes you. It'll change your ass, Landon. See, if I had a private plane, I'm telling y'all, I'm acting a little bit different. I don't treat nobody bad, but I'm gonna act a little bit different. I'm gonna roll a little bit different. I can say, hey y'all, I got 12 passenger plane. Come on, y'all. Come on, let's roll. Now, they got people around those teams. Everybody in those programs talking to these guys, but will these guys listen? See, it's a two-way street. I can sit here and talk to Paul Miranda all I want to. Get what Paul Miranda, he got a choice and he got a will to do what the hell he want to do. So, what is that? Some falls fell to who? Falls fell to Wesley Yates, man. I'm not going to put it on the rappers either, Jock. I'm glad you put that because I've been hearing people talking about the rappers. I'm not going to put that. Maybe it has some influence on it, man. I blame Ja. I done been around rappers. I done been around everything in the world, y'all. Y'all don't be looking up here thinking. I done been around every kind of person on the planet. A lot of my friends smoke weed. I don't smoke. A lot of my friends drink. I don't. My son looked at me like, a lot of my friends do dope. I don't do. You can be around something and don't do it. And I just don't like to do it. I ain't trying to be Mr. Hold Him Down. I don't want to smell that stank ass smell. I like to smell good. I like when I get on an airplane and the ladies be up there sniggling, talking about trying to find out who gonna come ask what fragrance I have on, and I tell them, I ain't gonna tell y'all what I tell them because y'all gonna think that's arrogant. Yeah, I do say something slick to him. He said the power to go any way you want to and buy anything you want to. Mark, I'm telling you, it's different. Mark, I've been in this business for 30 years, and I've saw the guys who used to use my cars. Now they got a fleet of cars. Right? You follow me? He said the NBA have former counselors, rookies. The NBA got, if you want to be helped, you can be helped. But I'm Ja Morant. I soar through the air. Everybody is kissing my behind. I got so much money, honey. Y'all just don't get, I just don't. Hey, as level-headed as I am, if certain stuff happens, y'all don't understand. I be saying, I got a little more power now. I promise you I walk with a little different step. And that's me. I ain't mad at this kid. I ain't finna bash this kid. I wish I could help him. It's one of the reasons I hate about retiring from this business. I don't have the time to be with guys like him. Yo, listen to me. I always talk about these guys I represent. Hey, y'all, they wasn't no damn Sunday school students. But they had me to get them out of it. I have a skill. I know how to talk to people. I know how to put people together. I'm not letting them kill my goose that laying the golden egg. I blame Ja. Herb and Sue always call me after the game. He wants the best for them. I so see say, I'm telling y'all, one of the best. Brooks want to fight everybody on the team. On every team. Big Lofton. See, thank you. I'll never forget. I wish Ken Lofton was on the screen, the dad. Because he was talking about, well, I'm meeting these people. I'm meeting with these people. I said, man, player, you go down in Memphis. Tell Junior, be to himself. Can't be hanging around them dudes, man. That's my city. His dad was talking stuff to Shannon Sharp, but his dad always have a beverage in his hand. So his daddy ain't thinking properly at those games. Everybody at every Memphis game, I know every usher in there. Y'all, spirits take over your body. That's why they call them spirits. Y'all think y'all just drinking. A spirit. They're spirits and liquor. Spirits. It takes, you ain't yourself when you constantly pouring that thing. I know, it give me buzz. Yeah, you're changing. Your spirit is changed. It got you feeling good. Yeah. It makes you drive the car a little faster and a little quicker. They say Ja want to be in the wrong NBA. He want to be NBA. Who said that? They say. I can't stand people talk about they say. They say. Who is they? That's what people forget. Having more money only enhances. Oh my God, this girl here preaching. I done said this on the show several times. Tina, I seen it. Tina, if your ass was a thief when you handle money, you're going to be a thief when you get money. 10 times. Whatever your ass is, money gonna magnify it. Nina, all the people in the world say he's wrong, but when it's intersect, hold on. Let me see, because I want to dissect. I love y'all. Keep your comments coming. I'm just going up and down. All the people in the world can say he's wrong, but when his inner circle doesn't say anything, it doesn't change. If he changes circles, then if he changes circles, then he never changed. If he don't change circles, I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, he wrong for that. Ja Morant. Yeah, you wrong. He wrong. Paul Miranda, you right. Hey, Tanya. What's up, Tanya? I'm coming out. Yvette, what's up, girl? I saw you in your little outfit the other day. She went to a dress-up sneaker party. Got a formal dress with some sneakers, and she had her little off-white sneakers on. Man, I wanted to throw something at her. Look cute though. You cute. You had it going on that night. I liked it. Hatter, he said, if I were you women, you wouldn't have so many. I don't know what you mean by that one. We saw skinny. I don't know what that. Let me see. Let me keep going. I'm going down. Isn't money like alcohol? Just okay, Angie. See, I didn't see that, Angie, but you're absolutely right. Check this out, y'all. Hey, this Mark Batchelor. He lives in the D.C. area. And I love this story. Check this story out. This is real. I didn't tell him that. He said, Hatter, I met you, Randy, Penny, Greg in 1997. You didn't know me on that plane to Aruba, but y'all been the same dude since then. Think about this, y'all. This guy said, y'all been the same guy. I wasn't hanging with no thugs back then and definitely wasn't hanging with none now. I met this guy on the plane all us going to Aruba. And I'm going to be Robert Hatter. What's up, man? We finna, y'all, let me tell y'all something. That was one of the best times I ever had in my life. Oh my God. That trip right there. Oh. And I was younger then. Y'all, you got to be at the 97. Yes, sir. You know, I had them abdomen. I had the 2 or 3 pack. Yeah, I was hell back then. But guess what? We just had good, clean fun. Yes, we had good, clean fun. So you got to understand, our group wouldn't drink. Penny didn't drink. Greg didn't drink. None of us drank. Now we'll buy you a drink, but we just weren't drinking. Because we want to sit there. You know, we had other things we was trying to do. Hatter, can I put up a clip when you can I put the clip up when you was in the movie Blue Chip? No, Alfie, you don't put that up there. don't put that up there. I played that one time. It was crazy. He said, women always tell me I smell good when I walk in the room, but they never wear cologne. But I never. That's good. What he said? Dennis Moody said he got all that money. He had that George Washington, Jefferson walk too. Man, you just gonna walk different. Let me see. If Harry had, can you imagine? Let me see. Let's see. I always ask, who is they? More money, more problem. If you stupid with money, I'm just getting y'all. I'm getting them late now. I'm just putting them. I'm gonna keep putting them up there. Tanya said, money makes you bigger than you already are. I stole that line back then when Mike Vick was dog fighting. Yeah, that's a good one. How to bango, money, power, exuberance. Yes, man. I've seen it. Mark, man, I've seen it, man, so many times, man. Mark, I got to tell y'all the story. Oh, my God, I'm running out of time. Hold up. This guy, right? One of my clients, right? I'll never forget this. Him and his girlfriend. He brought his girlfriend to visit the city he lived in, right? So, no, he brought her to live with him, I guess. He had to live with him because they had a baby, okay? So, she came to live in the city with him. I'll never forget this. So, trying to see how to. So he told me. So they was about to break up. She told, now it was a nice little girl from a small town. Robert just the humblest spirit in the world. They two country folks, but now he in the big city. He's a NBA player. So they about to break up. So he said, Robert, go get my car. Go buy. He bought her a brand new car. But he wanted me to go get her and switch it out. In other words, this Benz got to come back. I got you a brand new car, but the Benz got to come back. You know what she told me? I ain't riding in that brand new convertible Mustang. I ain't riding in that. I'm riding in this. Man, I took that Mercedes back. I took that, I told dude, leave that one alone, player. I took that Mustang back and got his money back. Man, she changed. She been riding this Benz. I'm not finna ride in nothing else, player. That's what she told myself. Wow. Country girl. Sweetie pie. Let's see. I said, hey, what I do? Hold up. I'm trying to see. Fred Payne, both for Fred Payne, Vite Player of the Year. Do you think he is? Let me see. Hey, what kind of money that Ja's had are you gonna be? I ain't gonna be like Ja, because I don't do all that stupid stuff. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Y'all understand. I have enough things to do. First of all, I'm concentrating, number one, on keep being able to keep this money right. So I'm always in the gym. Man, like we used to do, man. We used to go to laser tag late at night instead of go to the club. We get some girl, a lot of people, of both sexes. We just go and rent the whole laser tag place out. We wind up having good, clean fun. Guys meeting girls, girls meeting guys. Ain't nobody around. We in an environment that we control. We had our security there. When my clients used to have parties in the summer, I'm the first one that started telling them the girl, they was mad at me. You had to went to one of my parties. What is his name? Freightman. No, he had to sign a waiver to come into my birthday party one time because I had all of these millionaire athletes, and I didn't want these girls to come out of this saying somebody that did something to them. I'd have told y'all the stories. One of my guys who had one in his house, had a big old mansion out there up in D.C. area. And guess what? Yeah, at the sign, guess what? That's what I did. You couldn't drive to it. You had to get on a shuttle at a parking facility. We load you up. You sign the waiver, then we bring you over. You don't sign the waiver, you don't get in. We just ain't smart like that no more. Have fun, but it's ways to have fun. Let's go. He said, love is the love of money. Yeah, the love of money. Because money is good. Money is good. Yeah, you're supposed to like money. I'm keep trying to get, yacht parties. They ain't nobody shooting on the yacht party. I gave one of them too. I don't know if you was invited to that one, Frank. But it's creative ways to enjoy yourself. You want to go to the strip club? Rent the whole club out. So nobody else can be in there but you and your people. I've seen it done. John Wall. I'm sorry for telling it on you, John Wall. I told you, I'll never forget it. I'm in Magic City. The place was about to close, and they just started putting everybody. They said, no, you stay there, Mr. Hatter. You good. You stay there. You stay there, Mr. Hatter. You cool. And I said, what's going on? So they put all the players out, all the people out. I'm in there by myself. Well, I had a couple people with me. I'm in there by myself. And the girls went downstairs. I'm saying, damn, where the guys at? You know, I'm like, well, what's going on? Next thing you know, a whole group of guys come in the place, right? They come in. Now, I'm the only one, me and my party, the only one in the whole club. They put everybody out. The girls went downstairs. I don't know what the hell they did. They went down and freshened or whatever they did. Come back up. Man, guess who came in? John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Kelly Oubre was the only one that didn't come. That's why I said I like Kelly. That's why Kelly's still in the league. Half them young dudes that came in there with that night with Brad Beal, all of them was in there. John Wall shut the whole club down just for him and the team. That's how you do it. No pictures taken. None of that, Jimmy. Cause this just happened. This happened just a few. He was with the Wizards not too long ago, a few years ago. I forgot what I was doing down there. I was down there. What the McDonald's game was down there, I think. Jimmy, a few years back in Atlanta. But that's what. So we just talking about Ja, Jimmy, and a little bit, and people talking about what. Dude, you got to get creative, man. You just got to get creative. When you got all these resources, be creative with your resources. Don't you think Jerry Jones and them ain't having fun? They're having fun on their yachts and on their plane. And that's why I was mad at your boy Robert Kraft with your dumb ass. You got 3 planes. What the hell you doing letting the girl over here at the massage parlor massage you? You could have been on one of your planes 50,000 feet in the air with whatever masseuse you wanted to. And you around here in a massage. That's just stupid and lazy. But that's all, Jimmy. What's going on, man? I had a great weekend this weekend. But
TSU made it up in there, boy. How about them time?
Man, we lived in this, brother. I'm not happy.
No, I like that. I like that.
What you like about it? Tell me, because I'm pissed off. Talk to me. Talk me off the ledge.
Okay. I don't really subscribe to a lot of the OG cliches. Like, you know, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. I mean, hard to, beat a team 3 times. Man, if you better than that team, you beat their ass 10 times in a row. Stop. I mean, for real. That's smart.
Right.
I mean, for real. I mean, but I do like TSU's chances against Alcorn. You know what I'm saying? I like that. That's what they playing. I like that matchup on a neutral site in Alabama. Right?
Jimmy, I love that matchup.
I'm telling you. So I like that. Get it out the way. Give them the team that came in first place first. And ain't no pressure on TSU. The pressure was if they would not have made it to the SWAC tournament at all. That would have been pressure. TSU in good shape. Prairie View, good win down there, down the stretch. I don't think TSU ever led that game. I think they tied it late in the last minute or so, but they never led against Prairie View on Saturday.
Jim,
right?
You got another one, Jim. You got another one. Tanya and Freight, every time you say Alcorn, they want you to say Alcorn. And I know you do it intentionally, Tanya. He know how to say it. He know how to say points. He just said points. So y'all can say something. Quit saying something. And hold up. I got a bone to pick with your little ass. Oh, I got him, y'all. I got documented evidence on you. You go. Now, let me show y'all. He been listening to the Roberts rules. Because he got his own damn rules. Things that happen if Washington's to win state. These Jimmy's rules. Now you use it. You use it, and you ain't gave me no. You should have said, instead of, these ain't my rules now. I got this from Rob. These 3 things that happen for Washington to win state. Chris McGraw. Y'all, I caught him. He think I wasn't going to catch him. Yeah, I caught him. I wouldn't think about that.
To remind you. Sometimes you gotta bite the dust off sometime on the fan before it blows. Let me remind you that it was a few years back that I was part of the broadcast team. We did high school basketball games with Jim Barton, based out of Beaumont. He owned the company that, and he has still to this day has the. If you want to do media games through the UIL state tournament, his company owns the rights to all of it. You got to go through him to get broadcast. But Jim Barton, we used to do games, and then before those games, and then with Todd Free with Channel 55, we did the high school game of the week, and I was the sideline reporter for those Channel 55 games. And I would have, before the game start, we would have a intro, and it would be my Hicks, it was like they call it Jim's keys to the win or something like that.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had to do that back then. So I just kind of like dusted off a little bit.
Well, I'm glad you dusted off. I just, okay. So you just dust yours off. So okay, I got you.
Yeah, I dusted off, but I like that though. You can, but I wasn't thinking in regard to trying to, because I
no. I had to put that up there.
Enlisted like 5 of them after the 3 and came back at the right that wrong. But guys, if you haven't shared the show yet, share the show right now. We only got a few more minutes left on this good Monday, and it's just so many things I wanted to go through. Hey, God dog it, man! I mean, you know what?
What?
I send you the pictures tomorrow.
What happened?
And just a couple of pictures over the weekend.
Okay.
Different stuff that goes on. I think that'll add.
Send them to me. Send them to me today so I can have them on tomorrow.
Yeah. Now, one I'm gonna give you a description of. Of course, I was down in I got a chance to go to the 4A regional tournament. I got a chance to see the Fur and Silsby matchup, and it lived up to every bit of the hype that I put out there. Wasn't a whole lot, but I told everybody Silsby is going to be a tough out. They're going to be a tough team to beat. Silsby, I'm saying Fur. Fur was going to be a tough team to beat. Fur gave Silsby everything they wanted and then some. And it took a rally at the end to close the game out for Silsby to beat Fur in the semifinals. And, in that game, Silsby was the better team when it mattered the most. And they won that game by 6 or 8 points. Then they came back and had to play Booker T. Washington on the next day. And this Booker T. Washington team, they wanted Silsby. They wanted them bad. I didn't go to that game on Saturday, Alda, but I didn't realize how bad they wanted them till people was describing to me how their body language was, even in the layup line. They wanted Silsby. I didn't think Booker T. I know they wanted a piece of them, but the coach might want them, but this other kid might. 3 of your kids might want them, but the other 2 just ready to play or just another guy. They wanted Silsby's ass. They were defending, and they got the right set of referees, Adam. The right set of
referees. I don't like you saying that, Coach. That's telling me them referees some rotten ass. Them referees rotten. You go, all right. Now I don't think none of them anyway, except Boone them and Mackey, Darius Mackey them. And my other little partner. But let me tell you something, Jimmy. Don't say nothing about the refs. Because you're just telling me if they got the right set of, that means something ain't right. I don't like that.
No. What I meant when I said the right set of refs, what I mean is that they got refs that allowed them to play.
And okay. All right. Okay.
Allowed them to play. And that was the thing that I meant by that when I said the right set of refs. And that's very, very important because I say let them play. What I mean by let them play. I wasn't there, but I can look at certain box scores don't mean a lot, but they do. You can understand some things about a game, a lot of things about a game, if you understand the numbers. They can connect things together. For example, in this Booker T. Washington versus Silsby game, Booker T. Washington attempted 0 free throws in the second half. Silsby was 4 for 8 free throws the entire game. Booker T. Washington was 5 for 11 the entire game. That means combined, they only attempted 19 free throws combined, less than 20. If you think I'm joking, you go find me a game this postseason in the playoffs, this postseason, that both teams combined for less than 20 free throws in a regional. Put like in a regional. They normally call those games tight. 5 for 11 and 4 for 8. Both of those teams, both of them, neither one of those teams shot over 50% from the free throw line. Now, in that game, as those keys and stuff, like Chris McDermott, is the thing I'm telling you guys, when he comes to rebound, Booker T. Washington is very, very scary. If Chris McDermott comes to rebound, if he's coming there to get some boards, and the way that he gets boards is to get that ball in his hands early on, let him feel that ball. He got a soft touch, man. When he's shooting it, he shoots free throws well, soft touch. You let him get it early. He one of those guys, when they say my bad, he mean it. Some guys just say my bad because it's a muscle memory. When he say my bad, he's going on the other end to make up for it somehow, some way. He going to get you a possession. We got to block it, and he blocks shots to get the rebound. Mm-hmm. A lot of guys just swat shots. He's blocking them to get and try to keep it in play and keep it rolling. Love Chris McDermott, man. In that game, 21 points, 17 rebounds in the win. Now, I cannot go without saying I am, although against in the semifinal game, Kenneth Lewis, the kid who signed with Prairie View Hatter, he got benched in the second quarter. They were messing around with this little team from Central Texas, and next thing you know, that team from Central Texas went on a run and went up by like 8 on Booker T, or maybe 9. And it was like, oh man, this team, they wasn't scared anymore. Then all of a sudden, as he benched Kenneth Lewis during that second quarter when that team was up, he put him back in the midst of the run, and Booker T finished the half on a 21-0 run. 21 love was the run, and they never looked back. I give my brim to Kenneth Lewis. You deserve credit because guess what? I lean on him just like he was a DeAndre Williams or something. You know, at times back in, you leaned on DeAndre back earlier in the season. That's how I lean on Kenneth Lewis because I personally expected more out of Kenneth Lewis. I expect you to be the leader. You're the seasoned veteran. You're the only one on that team that signed with a Division I basketball program. So I expect more out of you. I expect you to go out there and not just be lollygagging around and whining and getting uncalled for technical fouls and stuff like that. So, but this weekend, he after being benched, he bounced back and he balled. He played his role, and it didn't come at the sacrifice of other players. Another player had guess what? One thing about the postseason and about winning, remember I said it last week, you got to pay attention. You can't help but paying attention. If you're looking in that direction, you can't help but pay attention. It's like watching the TV, Hatter, and the TV off, and you see some shit that going on the TV, and you're like, wait a minute, what a remote control? Let me take the mute out. If something is on there long enough on that station, and you glancing at it, sooner or later you're gonna take the mute button off. You're gonna listen. Andre Walker Jr. is a much better basketball player than he was yesterday. And yesterday, he was a much better basketball player than he was the day before that. And so on and so on. This young man, I don't know if it was the hair or what. He used to wear a little fro. He cut that hair off. Like, it looked like he's going for an interview. Yeah, he cut the hair off. And he's been bought out of. It's almost like he knows he's going to the elbows and pulling up a mid-range jumper, and it ain't shit you can do about it at the high school level because those guys, because he's quick. So that means they try to keep a step in front of when they're running on defense. So he's stopping, and he's got enough lift to keep that jumper honest, and it goes in. Once he get his line, it goes in. Remember, this is the young man who hit 6 3-pointers in the first half against Silsby a year ago up in Lufkin, and they was whooping Silsby by 15, and everybody in Silsby made the comeback. Remember now, Andre Walker. People saying about, well, can Booker T. Washington beat Fate Family? They don't play Fate Family first. But if they get to Fate Family, they only lost to Fate Family by 10 points in the season opener, Hatter.
I
Remember that. In that season opener, Booker T was beating them by 15 points. And then they just ran out of legs. Remember, that was the football team had played the same night in the first round of the playoffs. So that means, guess who played football for Booker T. Washington? Andre Walker Jr. He is on the scout now. Before, he was just like, man, let him do whatever he want to do. You scouting on this young man right now in high school, I'm talking about. He picked up an offer recently from one of the small schools. Mm-hmm. This young man, and understand, his father is the athletic director of the entire school district, HISD. So guess what? He's raised right. He's playing good ball. And this other young man, how did you see the block that preserved the win that was on social media? You see the block shot when the young fella, what's his name? Smith from Booker T. Oh man,
is it Davion?
Davion Smith. This young man made a hell of a block, 2 blocks in one possession to preserve the win. Silsby had a fast break and could have took the lead. He blocked the one. That Silsby get the rebound. Jared Harris goes up point blank.
Whoa! The great Jared Harris. Come on.
And he blocked his shit. And Andre Walker gets the rebound, goes down, lays it up, and Booker T, and he extends the lead, and they keep going on and to victory. That was a moment. That was the defining moment, from what I understand, of that regional final.
Oh,
that
you didn't go there.
Play, and we'll show it to you on tomorrow, because it's somewhere in my timeline on my social media. I looked at it, and I had to go personally after seeing that thing. I asked John Uri. I say, psst, John Uri, you want to speak on this? He was down there. I saw him on Friday. I mean, because this is, understand something. That was a money play, meaning that if that
Jared got to make that play.
If Silsby makes the bucket, but the thing is, it ain't bad on him blocking LaMarcus Botley's layup. LaMarcus Botley is smaller than him. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you went up and blocked Jared Harris's layup. Clean, no foul. And turn that block, once again, turning the block shot into a possession. That's big. That should be another whole statistical category.
Make sure you send me that. I want to see that. That was remarkable. He didn't give up. Most guys will block one shot and they cash out. They're gonna put the money in their shoes. He put the chips in the middle of the table, went up and got that other one, and it turned into a defensive rebound going the other way. Remarkable play. But I give the credit, man, and once again to those guys and Otis Carter. He played what? Remember, Andre Walker complimented Otis Walker whenever he was not having good moments. That Andre Walker was he had 20 points against Silsby, Adam. He had 20 against Silsby. Mm-hmm. I don't think Andre Walker scored against Silsby in the second half when they played last year. He had all his money in first. He might have scored 1 basket against Silsby last year in the second half. They made adjustments on it. And this kid, and once again, Draylon Miller from Silsby, 20 points in the loss. He played very, very well in this role. Jared Harris finished with only 13 points in that loss. Only 13. You know how many he had in the first game and against Fur? 13. He averaged 13 points a game in the regional tournament. Silsby, if they got more from Jared, Silsby would be in the state tournament. Guess what? When you're deemed or anointed by some or many, then more is expected of you, right? Mm-hmm.
More is expected of you. So that's the thing. And I look. Guess what? Remember now, Alan, you was right there on the side of me. This same Silsby team, these guys won my middle school city championship back in the days. So we've been on Silsby. We've been fans of these guys. We've been just appreciators, admirers of these guys for years. So some of you guys may just get on, them Houston guys. No. But when you are up there, when you're anointed, more is expected. And speaking of more is expected, we go. In other words, remember I say it all the time. This ain't slanted. Y'all can listen to us talk, and you can look at it and just laugh at it, and you shake your head in agreement when we're talking about other people's kids. Remember I said, after they lose, if you're gonna lose, what you need to do, Howard?
If you gotta get your money. You gotta get
your money.
You got to score.
That's all we say.
So.
You got to get your money in the loss. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You guys understand there's no such thing as a bad game in the big game. So some people say, well, what that mean? Well, that means you know what that means. But so I kind of relayed it over and modified it. Get your money in the loss. That means it's the same thing. Just say it in a different verse. Same thing. You can't win them all. Now, in regards switching over to 5'8", Jalen Lowe, he didn't get his money in that loss. Jalen Lowe only finished and he finished with 16. That's not a goose egg. That was a better team. But Thurgood Marshall only scored 5 points in the second quarter. That was detrimental to them. They only scored 5 points in the second quarter.
Why did they only score 5 points?
I wasn't there. Doug was there the entire. He was at that from Doug Jones, that is, this kid that signed with Oklahoma State, right? He's a guard too now, right? Jam Keller. So Jam, he put on a clinic in the second quarter, and it started in the second quarter, and they ended up having a double-digit lead at the half. This young man finished with 32 points.
Whoa. This is the guy that's supposed to be going against?
Yes, he went against Jalen Lowe.
Okay.
So, and it's one of those things.
He had something on his mind. See, some of them kids have something on their mind, man. I'm telling you. Like my young fella, I know you're going to talk about it in a minute. That little Lando Horton, Jimmy.
And that's I'm getting to him next.
Okay, go. I don't mean it. I mean, yeah, he had something on his mind, but keep going.
I'm getting to them next. And so that's, but at the same time, Jalen Lowe needed his little brother, Ian Lowe, went 0 for whatever from the field. That was big. That was big because he needed little brother. Little brother normally been giving him, a few buckets here and there, taking the pressure off.
Right.
Well, if the role guys aren't scoring like they need to, then it hurts. It puts a lot of pressure on that star. Now, as a result, props to Colleen Ellison. And one of the things about this Colleen Ellison team, out before we move on, and it's unique as hell, is the fact that their coach, right? Their coach from Colleen Ellison and the team that they have to play against, right? In Mansfield Summit, right? Al Jones is their coach, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me see. No. Let me see. Eamon Pritchett and Al Jones. Those are the two coaches. They were teammates in high school. Now they're coaching against each other in the first round of the state tournament. That's remarkable in itself. Thinking about that and thinking about that moment, two high school teammates, they meet up at the state tournament coaching opposite each other. So props to Colleen, man. You got to realize, man, this team hadn't been to the state tournament since 1993. They've had some pretty good teams down there because Colleen, for those that not familiar with Texas, that area is primarily the economic backbone of that area is military bases down in Colleen. So most of the kids are moved from different places. They're there with their families, and guess what? So they're going to always have talent. but they're in a region that has to come through like region 3, and it's kind of like different regions they've been in the years, and it just don't have enough fire to push through. Finally make it to state. Shout out to them. 6A. I went over there on Saturday, and one of the things about the Campbell Center, which I'm quite sure Hatter, you was there on Friday.
Yeah.
And one thing about the Campbell Center, before we even talk about the games, talk about the ambiance. They got the best PA announcer in Rick Godfrey. He's the golden voice. He's become a fixture when you think about any other person announcing a high school game. He's the measuring stick. If you notice that, you start thinking, he ain't Rick Godfrey, or Rick Godfrey. I'm sorry, his name. He also does the games for Prairie View. He removed himself from doing the Prairie View TSU game in order to keep his long-standing commitment with Aldine ISD to do the high school games, which is remarkable and cool. Now, also Aldine ISD, Dre Thompson and his staff over there, they got the best hospitality room.
Oh my
Probably in
goodness!
the United States of America.
Oh,
In the United States of America, I would put their hospitality room for the regional tournament up against anybody blind, point unseen. I ain't gotta even see. I ain't gotta even see what you do.
Oh my goodness!
What they have Friday? What they have Friday?
Oh my God, Jimmy, hold on. I'm trying to go. They had gumbo right here. Then they had, I don't eat gumbo, but they had gumbo. Then they had baked chicken, seasoned just right, white and dark. Then they had a chicken Alfredo. Then they had mashed potatoes, cream potato, mashed potatoes. Then they had green beans. They had, I'll keep going down. They had some more. They had egg rolls. Then going down, I'm just going down the road. Then Jimmy, they had cheesecake. I ain't never heard no hospitality got no cheesecake. Different kind of cheesecake bites. Then you go over to all kind of the nice cookies. And let me tell y'all something, man. At first, I wasn't going to even go in there, Jimmy. I said, man, come on. I'm going to go get me some popcorn. Then she said, come on over there.
You was going to get popcorn? You was going to get popcorn?
Yes! I was finna send somebody to give me some popcorn. But some said, let me go get some water. And Jimmy, they had some tea with some little tea mixture.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all that, Jimmy, you're absolutely correct. That's the best ever.
It was that tea was like an Arnold Palmer-ish.
Yes, it was an Arnold Palmer type tea. Yes.
Yeah.
Had little, yeah.
Hey, man. Dude.
Jimmy, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I went in there more than once. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Because I didn't know it was gonna be that good at first. So I got that salad was so fresh. Oh my.
I didn't even eat the salad. I was on bad.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Whoever that company, I forgot to look at the company that was it was a company that was catering. But let me tell you something. Lady had on a black outfit, and whoever you are, you were amazing.
That's Miss Laura Frazier.
Okay.
She works in the building, and she has the catering business, which they keep. That means they get milk from every titty on the cow. That means now you go through her, they let her come as a vendor. Her husband's business, or whatever, and it comes through as a vendor. And guess what? I used them for the season opener.
Yeah, man.
For the last 2 years. I don't even have to go. I told my sister Terry, you ain't got to cook nothing. Terry, you can make a cake. That's all you got to do. I don't use Mary no more. None of them. I don't need no lasagna, nothing. No. We good. Because know why? Hatter? They cook everything in the Campbell Center. They have a kitchen in the back. They cook everything right on location. Ain't no catering it. Ain't no putting it in the trunk. Ain't no they cook it all right there. You missed it. You didn't say nothing about the green beans. You didn't say nothing about the green beans.
I said green beans land. I said the green beans was next to the salad.
They did everything. Everything Shirley Caesar named on that song they had in that damn hospitality room. Everything they had on it.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell y'all, man. I wasn't going to say nothing about it because I just thought it was a fluke. I said, whoever. I ain't want everybody to know. Shit, I ain't want nobody to mess that up. Everybody be trying to come. Jimmy, we shouldn't have said nothing. Everybody gonna be trying to come up with it.
No,
I like that lady though. She checked them damn badges. Your ass ain't got no badge. You getting the hell out. You getting off that floor.
Kevin Framer said, and they had turkey legs upstairs at the concession.
Yeah, I can go upstairs.
See, they cook everything in house, so that means now it can do Aldi. And guess what? Aldi and Campbell Center got a brand new scoreboard. It was supposed to be ready for the season opener, but it wasn't. It's up there now. Brand new scoreboard up there, which is cool. They got a digital. Now they're working on. They're getting a brand new football stadium would be up by the time the season opener comes in November. And also, the next phase after that is they're going to get the LED scoreboard. Video boards like University of Houston has in the Fertitta Center. Instead of having 3, they're going to have 2. And it's going to be rocking in that facility because guess what? Other people are building facilities, Hal. And you got to either improve your own.
You got to stay on.
You will become a dinosaur. And that's what I applaud Aldi and ISD for that. And I'm so glad, so proud that my season opener is there because you know why? Now let's talk basketball. The 2 teams that made it to the championship, Clear Falls, Beaumont United, know they have in common? They both agreed to play in the season opener. They both entrusted upon our ability with RCS Sports and Doug Jones and the fellas to go and put these matchups together. And what it did was, some people may not, once again, they might not subscribe to some OG cliches. But when you can play in an arena and most of your games and you have not played in that arena before, it will help you. Like Beaumont United, most of their games, they played, the only arena that they played in beside the Campbell Center was at Lamar University. So they have it, but it ain't the same because the Campbell Center, one half you're facing a wall while you're shooting. The other half you're facing a bunch of bleachers. That's a different whole type of shooting. You're shooting from the just shooting anywhere on the court from the perimeter. It helps when you can help yourself to be on that court. So that was the thing. Now the game, Adam. I'm gonna tell you. You mentioned in regard to Orlando Harden, and Orlando Harden did everything he could and had his team in position to win. They were down by 1 point with less than 2 minutes. Well, actually, they were winning. They took the lead twice in the first quarter and had the lead with under 2 minutes to go. Pulling off the upset. David about to slay mighty Goliath. And then, just like, and this is Superman. One thing. This is what memories is made of. That's what I'm telling you guys. See, people like to discount it when it ain't their kid. Wesley Yates III stepped up and made the needed plays. One was a layup from the left side that I don't know how that ball went in. It went in, and he was trying to make it. And he hit those 4 free throws. 4 free throws. They didn't touch the rim, Adam. Didn't even touch the rim. 4 free throws that sealed the win for Beaumont United. And they are going to state again for the 3rd time in a row. First time at 6A. And yes, I told you guys this was the team to beat, would be Beaumont United. And which was a free space and bingo to me. But then some people got to go with other teams and make things juicy. Everybody don't like going the same direction. But Paul Miranda, let me tell you something. When it comes to Houston, Greater Houston basketball, just go and just sit the next one out. Just sit the next one out. You beating the table about 7 lakes, gonna do this, 7 lakes, gonna do that. And I'm still telling you, everybody gonna get one scare in the playoffs. Don't dare try to act like it didn't happen. Hell, DeSoto just got a scare in the semifinals against Clear Falls. That was a scare against JoJo Tugler. Lake Highlands got 2 scares in a row before getting to the regional. 2 in a row where they nip. Guess what? Everybody get that one scare. Now, are you gonna hit the snooze button or you gonna wake your ass up and play some ball? That's what happened. Well, Beaumont United, if they were in 5A right now, I would be very worried about Beaumont United.
Wow.
You know why? Because that means because Dallas Kimball is back. And Dallas Kimball want them bad. They want them real bad. They want Beaumont United. I'm talking about real bad. Beaumont United is in 6A now.
So Dallas Kimball got something on their mind.
You know, yes. So that's why I'm glad that Beaumont United is in the 6A. Because 6A, Beaumont United want everybody in there because they heard people talking about they won't do this in 6A. Yeah. And I'm like, man, that ain't nothing but a number. Ain't nothing but a number. Listen, Alan, if another
Kimball always so good.
Hey man. They're playing, they're one of the few teams that we get to see that come there playing really, really entwined with what's on the front of the chest of the jersey.
So that's the coach.
They're playing for their hood.
Okay.
They're really, 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 really playing. When you're that entwined, it almost feels like I can't lose because I'm going to let so many people down. So that means you're going to try to win so badly. And that's why it hurts. You see them. I mean, it hurts everybody.
What part of Kimball's in? That's in Oak Cliff? South Oak?
All that stuff is kind of Oak Cliff. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to see where they're from. I like that.
They're playing, and because you have the alumni base, and the expectations of the program is so epic that those young people, when they can't go to the corner store, they can't go to church, they can't go down the street and play in the park without somebody reminding them that what they are expecting of them to do in the next basketball game. That's what Dallas Kimball is.
Okay.
And that's the thing. Now the thing is, Beaumont United is similar, but not the same. It's just getting the same. You know why I say it's not the same? Because there wasn't a Beaumont United 10 years ago.
That's right. History. Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
There was a Beaumont Ozan and a Beaumont Central
that merged,
that consolidated.
Mm-hmm.
So then people still didn't like it. And when you win, guess what happens? People get amnesia about how they used to feel.
Do Kimball be recruited? Do Kimball recruit?
I mean,
that would top boy say.
Top boy 22 cents. I mean, they're gonna go and they have if you win, you build it, they will want to come.
Okay, I got you.
You know, they will want to come. Hell, some of the water fountains might not even work in Dallas Kimball. Hell, guess what? The water's still gonna taste good. You know which ones to go to. It's still gonna be cold.
Let's get back to Beaumont United.
Yeah, Beaumont United.
Now, who they gonna play against? Who they gotta play?
Beaumont United has to play San Antonio Brennan.
I've been hearing people tweet about Brennan, talking about Brennan this, Brennan this.
They played in my Hoopsgiving Classic.
Okay.
The day before Thanksgiving.
I missed. Wait a minute. They got the little guard, the little young light-skinned cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pretty good. Yeah, he can play. Yeah, he can play. So and then they came back and played in the McDonald's, didn't they?
Yeah, and they played that first. They played that the week before.
Okay.
Then they came back and played in my Hoopsgiving the week after Wednesday afterwards. Yeah, San Antonio Brennan. They are they're legit and they're young.
Okay.
But at the same time,
but they got to deal with them. But hey, let me tell you something, man. You know what I like? I'm gonna tell you who I like. He probably didn't even pay attention to it. He probably just liked that Porsche. My young fella got a rebound. You know I love Paye. He got a rebound and the dude took it from him. Porsche said, "Dude, you got to be strong with the basketball." Man, I love when the upperclassmen tell the young. I love when somebody said, the coach didn't have to say it. The best coach team is a player coach team. And he told him, "Dude, let that boy keep taking that ball out your hand. You grab that ball. Don't let that ball. I said, wow, I love that. He probably don't even remember he said it, but I'm sitting right there and listening to it. I love that part. Porsche, man, thank you for being a leader, because that young fella did let that dude take that ball right out of his damn hand. But keep going, Jimmy. Jimmy, something happened in that game I want to share with you. I was leaving when Beaumont played against Jordan. Is that Jordan? School Jordan?
Oh, Katie Jordan.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something now. I don't know how y'all feel about this. When I was leaving, it was garbage time. I mean, it was about almost under 2 minutes left. So Coach Green was clearing his bench, right? And the other team was clearing theirs, so we guys can get some playing time. Then, when when he saw Coach Green clearing his bench, he switched and put his starters back in. Jordan did. And Coach Green called a timeout and put Weston back in. Said, you gonna do that slick ass stuff right there? I'm finna put my dudes back in. I was trying to take it easy so you can get your other kids some burn. He thought he was trying to come back in and get him some action. He thought Coach Green was born last night. Yeah.
How much time was left?
A minute and something, almost 2 minutes. Almost 2 minutes.
Time. What was the spread at that time?
I don't. It wasn't gonna beat. They wasn't gonna beat them, but it was a fact that when he put his up, he had his up there first to come in the game. Then when he let him come in the game, then he switched and put his starters back in the game. Yeah, that happened, Doc. I said, wow. I ain't never seen that happen. Just go and take your ass whooping. Yeah, it was up by 14. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. It was up by 14. Just go and take that whooping. Yeah, because Green didn't have to. Green could have kept putting the pedal to the metal now. He was just trying to get him other little dudes some action. Yeah, man. It was, Jimmy, that was a little different. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that was a little different, that player. But the old Green said, oh, okay, time out. West, y'all get back in there and tie their ass up. Yeah, that's what he did.
Man, you know what? Speaking of Coach Green, I've watched him play a few times throughout the years. Now, he's one of the very few coaches whereas his wife actually sit on the bench.
That's his wife? I didn't know that was his wife.
Hold on. Check this out. She used to sit at the end of the bench by the water jugs, and that way now she would serve as the team therapist or the counselor if a kid got something. You know how coaches say, go sit your ass at the end of the bench. You know, coaches say it all the time, but it really has a purpose. They go sit at the end of the bench. Then the wife would kind of talk him back off the ledge and explain to him, no, coach, love you. Then get on back over and do what you got to do, boy. Then get on back over there. And so that's what she would do. At the regional tournament, Miss Green was sitting in the chair next to his chair, between him and the coaches.
Yes,
she one of the coaches now. And
she saw that.
She had a pants on. She had a pants on.
Dude, they was dressed alike on my day. Both of them had on brown suits.
Both of them had on burgundy suits.
I like that, Coach Green. She probably once said, okay, time out. She probably said, okay, that's the way you're going to play?
No. So I went and I asked after the game. I asked the principal of the school, the superintendent, I asked them, okay, what made this? I ain't never saw this. What's the story behind this? They say, well, early in the season, she had sit in that chair. And I think it might have been Arkansas or whatever it was, and they won. So they called her the good luck charm. So they say they need her right there. Plus, she still serves as the therapist because she's the only one that can tell the head coach, her husband, tone it down. Tone it down. You
Right.
you tell him
Right.
what he's doing wrong.
Right.
Sit down now. You standing too long. You don't want to get in a situation like we saw other coaches earlier this year.
Right.
We had one event this year when the coach almost passed. Well, he did. He went went unconscious, calling on the sideline.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
So
he
she
reels
looking
him
out
off.
for her husband then.
He reels him off the ledge and let him know, calm down.
Like that.
Don't and or if one of those assistant coaches want to get a message to the coach, they right there with him. But you can't just get stuff to coaches all the time. They'll tell you hush up. One of them might tell the wife, let him know we might want to go play man or put this. She tell him he don't do what she said.
Oh man, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So shout out to Coach Green and his wife. Once again, you guys may not realize it, Coach Green is back at the state tournament.
Bad man.
He is definitely a Hall of Fame coach.
Absolutely.
He's took multiple teams to the state tournament.
Coach, he took Hightower, coach, with some football player, with Braylon at the point guard. a quarterback at the point guard. Come on, coach.
He took North Shore.
Took North Shore too. But then he took Hightower too, coach. That man cold, man. That man cold.
Hall of Fame. And so I want to give a shout to them, man. It's so much, like I say, we can
give y'all some more tomorrow, but
we cut it out there. Damn, you guys some more tomorrow. Tomorrow I share my thoughts in regard to I stopped by the John Lucas All-Star Weekend and went and went by there and just fellowship and support the event as I often do. And I got there for championship games. And I tell you, had on tomorrow what I saw in regard to Kendrick Perkins and his son, his team he coaches, made it to the championship. I give you guys a full detailed recap on tomorrow of that particular event with photos and video of another. I saw 3 championship games. Shout out to TNBA. They lost to a team out of Dallas in the championship of the 4th grade.
How old are these people, Jim?
I saw that whole tournament, the highest grade was 8th grade. So I saw the 4th grade.
Oh, you went to a bitty ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Went by there. Okay. I mean, go by there. It's good. And Coach called. I said, man, I'll go by there and support it. I went by there after I got through with my duties in regard to the high school stuff. I went by there. And plus it gives me an opportunity to drop a few flyers for the spring icebreaker, which registration closes on Wednesday, and we'll start on the schedule on Thursday. It should be dropped on Friday for the spring icebreaker, which we're giving out $1,000 to all of the winners for this event. So this is an event, and teams are study signing up, but you got until Wednesday to make your mind up if you want to play for trophies or you want to play for this $1,000. That's up to you. Some parents, and I told the team today, the coach, they had multiple teams. I said, well, coach, man, we want to know what division to play in. And I want you guys to listen to this real carefully. Say, coach, man, it depends on what you're really trying to get out of this. Because if you're 17 and under 11th grade or 12th grade team, they're both going to be playing under the same roof. So depending on do you want a chance to play 6 games or do you just want to play 3? He says, well, man, we really don't need the money. I say, but I tell you what, coach, how about this? What if your parents knew that if y'all win first place, you would refund all of their money back, the tickets they bought to get in? How you think your parents would feel? Which event would they choose? If you could told them that. Since you feel like you're in need money, he started laughing like you did. How he say, man, I see where you're going, Hicks. You something else, man. I'm telling you the truth. You ask your parents. Since the teams may not feel like they may not need the money because they got y'all paying your good dues and your tithes to the program. But what if that coach, if y'all win, and the coach can say, well, hell, we'll bust $1,000 up for all the parents. Y'all take the money back for this weekend. That way now take care of your gas and your weekend pass for each one of them parents. And guess what happened? Guess what your event them parents would play in? Be a no-brainer. No-brainers.
But they got to win it first, though.
Yeah, you got to win.
Ain't no guarantee your ass going to win nothing now. You got to you better come win that thing now.
So that's the thing. So anyway, man, we got to get, Yeah, I can't frame. I drop flies. I drop flies everywhere I go. Freight in all the games that I go.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a long time.
I've been doing it for years. If you guess what, people been putting flyers on cars forever. Yeah. I didn't invent that. I didn't invent flyers, but the concept of putting the flyer when a man go to use the restroom, stand there looking at the wall, and I give him something to look at. He got a flyer right there.
Yeah.
Now that you probably never seen. Now you've seen flyers in the clubs on the wall and that stuff right there. You know, yeah, but that's different. You can see the creativity of a man placing his flyer when you're ready to wash your hands right there behind that faucet. Every time somebody does that and you go in the gym and you see another basketball flyer like that, know what you're going to think about? Jim Hicks. RCS Sport. You're going to think about that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's a good flattery. I like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, we got to get up out of here, man.
Yeah, we out of here. We see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, man. We see y'all tomorrow. Hey, man, Paul Miranda, we'll get on him tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we're going to get, he's talking too much.
I saw you just put on
I put it up there so you can see it. Okay. All right. You got him.
Hey, Hal, we're going to show it to all the teams. We're going to show it to Bowman United.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We're going to show it to, yeah.
And Bougie White. We're going to show it to all the team. Okay. Got you, Paul. All right, baby. I'm out of here.
Baby. Okay. Slide down Dino's back, baby. Yabba dabba do this thing on this Monday. Chop Shop. We up out of here.
We out of here. It's coming. Hit the button, Robert.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We